All right. Well, welcome, Annette. I am so happy to meet you by this Zoom technology and to learn a little bit more
Yeah.
about you. We found each other through Nancy Jutton's Raise Your Voice, Make an Impact, and she's a
Yep.
phenomenal leader out there. And so that we both found ourselves in her company is really a good thing. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I have been in the image personal presence style business for probably the last 30 to 35 years.
Mm.
I got out of college and my first intention was to go to fashion college, but I ended up getting a marketing and communications degree and then went into the fashion industry. And it started really as the fashion industry, but it's really led into that empowerment, if you will, of women.
Mm-hmm.
And I love helping women to truly reveal their radiance, to be their best self. And my program that I do, in fact, I was on a call earlier, and sometimes it's always hard to articulate in your, when I say in your messaging in a really short period, people look at it and they go, oh, you're a stylist. Well, I guess if you want, I don't really name myself as a stylist. I am a certified image consultant, but one of the things that makes me different that I love working on is helping women to really transform their wardrobes from the inside out. And so we go through a lot of talking about values, what do they stand for, how do they want others to perceive them, what is that authentic self, and to do all that kind of pre-work, and then to really align that image, outside image, with who they are as a woman. So that's what lights me up when the gal can look in the mirror and go, oh, that's me. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic. You probably are familiar with Kim Peterson out there, who's a friend and colleague and has
Yeah,
been
I
in
do.
my little
Yeah.
world for a number of years. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
for some reason, I kind of had some of what you have since I was a little girl, and I would sit and I would put a camera on a tripod and take pictures of myself and in different outfits, and then I do some interior design, and I never had a business in any of it, but at the end of the day I completely appreciate the inside out approach and being able to reflect what's on the inside outside. And
Yep.
it certainly helped to empower me as a young girl. I'm 62 now, and so now that I've hit that
You
age, I
look
think back when I
fabulous.
was like 12, so 50 years ago, I started dressing myself and making sure everything matched and so on. So in
Well,
any event,
it's funny. I'm just going to share one little quick story that you're saying that. So I started something on my personal Facebook page called Inside the Brand. And it was really so women could get to know me better. And my journey also really started when I was a little girl. I mean, you should see the way my mom dressed me. I can remember times when I was like in kindergarten and I just went nuts because my mom wasn't there to fix my hair. And I mean, yeah, so I can trace it back to childhood of being aware, if you will, of image as a really little girl. So it's interesting. Yeah.
yes, and I finally got to go back to Puerto Rico when I was much older. It had been about 50 or so years since I'd been there, maybe even longer. And since I was there when I was in like first grade. And when I got there, I realized that culturally I fit there more than I fit here. My lipstick's always bright red, my cheeks are always rosy,
Yeah.
everything always
Yes.
matches, the earrings, the necklace, the watches, the shoes, the bags, they all have to matchy. And I think that it could be genetic.
Oh
Beyond.
no, I think it is. Yeah, this is like who you see, this is who you get.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's fun. So just to reflect a little bit about why we were getting together in this conversation today was you had found out that I was putting on the We Empower You Summit, and it's formerly known as the Women's Empowerment Summit. And we've changed the name because men are people too, and men need empowerment as well. So we have opened the doors where men are welcome to attend, and they have and they will, and it'll be a really great milieu of the both of the sexes represented at the next We Empower You Summit. And along the way, another change that was made was that we, unlike a lot of organizations who have a lot of volunteers who help to produce an event, we decided very early on this year when COVID hit that we wanted to have a fully paid staff, and we have. And we're now about a team of 17 people. In addition to that, this summit, we decided to also make it possible that our speakers that we engaged would be able to deploy their wonderful talents, skills, abilities, and shared treasures with us, and to also become paid. And what we structured is a affiliate program whereby you are able to generate income through registrations, and as well through other opportunities that we've offered, like open mic time. And we have a app that we use where people can exhibit their goods, products, and services. And so when someone signs up to that, you can also earn a commission on that. And then in addition, when we launched our Women's Empowerment Global Marketplace and Global Network, and we also split a 50% commission with you on that. So essentially what that means is at the door, when people come into the virtual door now to register, we do a 30% split. So that means our $17 ticket provides our speakers with a $5.10 per registration. And then in addition to that, when someone from your affiliate link also joins the network as a paying member, you get $800 of that, which is a 50% of our $15.99 membership. So that is what I'm doing. In addition to that, like I said, if someone were to sign up for, say, the $787 exhibitor package, like you might know a business owner that you might want to invite who might want to exhibit jewelry or fashion or whatever, and they pay the $787, you get, I believe it comes to $219. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it comes to $219. So essentially, like a really good example would be having someone having 20 people register for the event at the $5.10, and then also having one person convert. You're over $1,000 for that effort. But by the same token, if you don't have time and you don't have intention and you just want to have one person that you think will join the membership and be interested in the membership, you could make $800 and the $5.10 that they would pay to get in out of the 17. So it's structured to be able to play with people wherever, meet them wherever they are. We don't have specifically a minimum because the people we're talking to, we know would easily invite 10 people that would register, and possibly 20 or 30 even. And so then you have an unlimited capacity to earn whatever you want. And it's all traceable and trackable through a link. And so we hope that you would consider joining us in this new adventure. The platform is on what we call our Women's Empowerment Circles. And although the men are welcome to be in our circles, those are specifically designed to talk about the women's wage gap and revenue gap. And we are specifically looking to have what we call critical conversations to women. And men are a part of that conversation. They either lift us up or slow us down. And they can also become informed, and then they can also inform others about what it is that we are doing here to benefit one another. And so we're all working together collaboratively, sharing in a very wonderful enterprise that's been created I don't believe there's anything of this kind out there, not on this scale, and certainly not with the amount of revenue splits with the coaches, authors, speakers, mentors, coaches, and advisors that are going to be part of the program. So we welcome your participation. And if you are interested, I can dive in a little bit further into exactly what we'll be covering with regard to the actual summit. I can tell you more about the summit itself. You know, do you have any questions right off?
I was taking a few notes here. So yeah, this whole on how you're structuring is new to me. I'll be honest. When I say like okay, so I understand that, like I saw the $17. I saw the other exhibitors in that. So on my end, what is kind of if so we talked about myself being a speaker. What is required on my end to kind of step into this?
Well, if you
That's
want
what
to,
I'm a
yes,
little,
if
I'm a
you want to
little
be paid to
confused on.
speak, yeah, if you want to be paid to speak, meaning you're going to put some effort into it, then you put into it what you want. We don't require anything. That's the other thing about us. We don't require anything except that you show up to do your part at the summit, your host your circle, and that makes it
Okay.
it makes it easy to say yes. When you share, though, we give you a link to share so that it's specifically traced to you. So we know that if you invited someone in particular, say her name was Susie, and Susie came in through that link and she registered for the summit, we'll be able to track Susie whether she signs up next year or she signs up this year or she signs up at the summit to be a member. We'll be able to trace it. Irregardless of whether she signs up for membership, though, there's the $5.10, which is nominal, but it's a start for every single business owner that we're involved with to get paid for what we call referral. And
Yeah.
it's very common for people to send referrals to one another. But what we're doing is we're teaching people how to get rich by telling people where to go. So we're already telling people where to go. You like me, I like you. We had an instant connection just on the face of it, right? The messenger, meeting through Nancy,
Right.
so on and
Right.
so forth. You would have probably shared my summit with somebody, or you might have
Oh yeah.
chosen to attend on your own, and that would be great. But isn't it even better that now, if you do share, you can actually make money? You can
Okay.
actually make money.
Okay.
There is no
Okay.
requirement in our for our coaches, mentors, advisors, cheerleaders that we have on the platform, the summit platform, for them to do anything whatsoever except to show up and do their thing. But we do, of course, encourage them to promote this event and bring an audience to their breakout session. And it's a formula that is going to be, again, it could take someone who's a starving coach, which you're not, to a place where they finally get paid to speak.
Yeah.
And it could take someone who's just recently unemployed, but also an author. Maybe they're a corporate author. They've written a book, but they work for some corporation that's put them out of business, basically, and retired them or severance packaged them out.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter, but anyone and everyone who has valuable content to contribute can host their own breakout session within the EmPOWERment Summit.
Okay. So yeah, no, I love, this is what I love about it is the collaborative approach.
Yes.
It's like, okay, you're going to come in and pay to get speak. And yeah, I'm a connector also. And it's like, you already want people to come and support you, right? So it's in a collaborative with everybody else that's going on. No, as I'm listening here. So I just have what's the membership? What is that?
Let me bring up a screen to just show it to you. It's a little bit complicated to describe, but one of
Okay.
the beautiful things about it is that we also, hang on, I'm going to take the share. Let's see here. I've got to figure this out here. One of the beautiful things about it is that we do all the work, so you don't have to. So you just have to show up and spread the word, and that's it. So, you know, you're not basically having to work the accounts, service the accounts or anything. Lots.com.
Okay.
You have this description, which is about the summit for $17, and what the
Yes.
summit is all about, which is from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And it's really about listening to industry leaders, literally from health to finance to branding. We could have put a whole bunch of words in there. And it's all about taking businesses to that next level. So as people are scrolling down, though, they get to see that if they want to have some mic time at the summit, they can also pay $50 instead, or they can pay $100 instead. The 30-second comes with a free pass for themselves, whereas the minute comes with a pass that they can also give away. Exhibitor space, which is all virtual, we have an app that people can get on, and that app will be living on forever, so to speak. And also they're up there for 1 year, and then of course they likely will renew. They get 60 seconds on the mic, free all-day pass for themselves, and they get 5 free passes that they can give away. That all comes as options as they're coming in through the summit. So if, like I said, they stop in and they say, I'd like to be an exhibitor, versus the 17, they would pay $787, you would get $219 of that, which is 30%. Yep. So everything on this page is shared at 30%, with the exception of the membership. The membership is shared at 50%. So now, the membership includes the revenue platform called Income Activator. It's the same platform that my website is on, and it's comes with all the software and hosting, and there's no extra charges for this, that, and the other, as there might be in different website platforms. It comes with my very profitable membership consulting, which is to help bring women and men to the ability to do what I'm doing. And as an example, we had an attendance of about 115 that attended the summit in June, and 20 or so of those converted to members. And it generated, because there's other things that they bought along the way, it generated almost $30,000. So essentially, if I was looking to be a paid speaker at my event, I just got a $30,000 windfall, right? So, and that was just a test. That was just a test of the emergency broadcast system. Can we do this? Can we do it once? And that was without any other affiliates that were related to us. That was before we put the affiliate program together. So that's what I teach. The sponsorship package is also included, and that's a full package where someone can come in, and it has all the wherewithal that you would need to develop sponsors. So sponsors are great for television, podcasting, books, and any other programming that you might want to put together that would carry a brand. As an example, one of the coaches that I follows, Kelly Roach, has a relationship with a water company. I believe it's called Hint. And so she's affiliated herself with the sponsorship, even though she's a coach. So sponsorships are really great because they allow you to, bring in monies that you can then use to develop your programs. I have raised, probably the biggest sponsor packages I've raised is about $50,000 in 1 year's time from one company, not for the whole year, but for one company. And so this sponsor opportunity works. So it comes with a list of sponsors of 500. It comes with a package template so that you know what you're doing with the different companies, a cover letter template, a telephone introduction script, And pretty much we sell that package for $15.99 on the open market. So that comes with the actual membership. We don't separately price it out. Then on TV promotion, we also have a relationship with the WWTVN. And that website is where women and bold men can launch their businesses. And we give a free listing in there. And I'm listed in here so I can show you what my listing looks like. I'm under women, under events and expos rather, under the Women's Empowerment Summit. And so on the Worldwide TV Network, I have this representation, which takes everybody back to the summit. And this is where I'm driving speakers to speak at the summit. Now, if I wanted to, you know, do something with putting a television show together, which is what I'm actually doing, then Shay Vaughn has the ability to get me on these different channels that she's produced and be able to reach into TV that's what's called over-the-top television advertising, which is over the top on Amazon, Fire TV, Chromecast, Google Play, Roku TV, to reach about 50 million. And it's all on demand video, so it's based on that person's interest in what you have. And she happens to have a number of channels: Faith in the Family, Women on TV, Business and Money, Stand-Up Comedy, Health and Fitness, Pets and More, Events, Expos, Mystery, Astrology, Romantic Comedy, Networking, Directories, and TED Talks. So all of those are available. You can have a listing here now. Of course, she has the ability to help you start your own TV channel, which she's going to be doing for me. And that is carries another cost to it, but it's not part of the package. And then the weekly online revenue strategies, we have a meeting every Thursday, 52 weeks out of the year, where we spend 1 to 2 hours diving into a variety of strategies. And we might invite you, for example, just come and speak to our group to talk to them about their image and their voice, and anything that you would be speaking on from the inside out. They can also do member promotions. Also, we welcome our speakers, coaches, and consultants to offer an offering in the room, and you're able to do that through this membership. The online directory is being put together as well, and that's where you're able to create a profile on the Women's Empowerment Marketplace and Global Directory and Network rather. And then the virtual exhibitor space, you also get a virtual exhibit space that lasts for a year. So all 4 summits. And open my time, your summit tickets, and summit tickets to go. I'm going to pull this one, I believe, because it doesn't make sense for you to give away tickets if you are going to make money on pay tickets. So I think I'm going to remove that one there, just so you know.
So,
and then the value is about $10,000, $845 right now.
Yeah, this is fascinating. So did you create this whole thing here?
I co-created this whole thing. So the owner of Income Activator, the launching pad, is Lee Romanoff. And Lee Romanoff is a millionairess who was able to see her way from rags to riches to become a millionairess. And she used the revenue generating software that's similar to what Uber uses and Facebook uses and YouTube uses, and it's where you get paid for referrals versus getting paid for deals. And so that's a really turn of events, to be talking about how to get paid, how to get rich by getting paid for telling people where to go. That's a totally different conversation most people have never had. And we do this under this philosophy that I have, which is the no holds bar. You're all in, just like in Vegas. So there's a no refund policy. You can transfer your membership to somebody else if you've decided not to proceed, but we don't do any refunds because we want to play with people that are seeing their way clear to being there tomorrow and the next year and the year after that. We're out to change the globe. We're not messing around. So we don't want people to believe that they can mess around and be a part of our club because we don't have time for that. So that's the membership. And then if you want to know more about the actual summit, then you would come to We Empower You. There's a video here that you can play.
Okay, yeah, I can go check that out on my end too.
And then this tells a little bit about the program. There's a little bit that's historical. We're not doing live anymore, so all these live photos are from live events, with the exception of this photo is stock photo, but everything else is real. It happened, and it's going to happen again someday.
So how often do you do this empowerment event? Did you say 4 times a year?
Yeah, 4 times a year. We have our signature Women's Empowerment Summit, which is now We Empower You Summit. We have monthly Women's Empowerment Circles, and that's on the second Thursday of each month from 11 to 1, all on Zoom at the moment. And then we also have our weekly We Empower You strategy sessions. And then we're going to be kicking off a Monday 11:30 program where we have people that are interested in the membership that would come and experience what you're experiencing, where we get to share a little bit about what we're doing with our income activator software and our affiliate links that can also be developed for others. So for example, if you have a product, you have a service that you want to promote, you can use this revenue software that I'm using for yourself to create affiliates for yourself, to create relationships for yourself. But at least when it comes to the summit, here's the math. So we charge $15.99. So for the purposes of this conversation, I'll say it's $1,600. We give you half, and I get $400. I get 25%, and Lee gets 25%. So
you're
you can
saying
create your own.
People that I bring in come in. Yeah, no, this is fast. This is yeah, this is really fascinating. I'd like to. I mean, I would love to be part of it in the speaker part, but I'd like to go back and really take a little bit more time and look at now what you've shared with me and just see exactly what you're offering there.
Yeah, totally. It is not required that our speakers at this time be members of our organization because we're growing. That may come down the road. I'm a no rules kind of gal. I don't like limitations by anybody. And so that is not required. You can participate and not share it with anyone. You can show up and just do your program as you might do elsewhere for free. But if you want to earn an uncapped amount of income and bring people to a very high-end quality summit event that we promote, that we drive, that we advertise about, you will make a lot of money. That we can guarantee you. And back to what I was saying is you can create the exact thing for yourself using your revenue software when you become a member, and if and when, because we don't require it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna, you would make less if you do it on your own, right? You would make less. So you're making more of the pot by just coming and being a part of the summit and sharing about the summit.
Right.
So that's the good news. And better yet, we handle all of it. We provide all the service, all the renderings, everything that's going to be done to service that new member. We onboard them all at the same time with the same knowledge. And so you don't have to do anything but show up to speak. And if you want to make money, to show up and do a little Facebook, do a little bit of LinkedIn, do an interview with me. I mean, any of those types of things will help you to grow your business, your practice, and your share and spread your philosophy with others.
Yeah, no, as I'm seeing it, that's why I want to go back. It looks like it's what I'm deciding what word I want to call it, but it is a vehicle, if you will, of just another a vehicle of how to work your business. Is that kind of what you're, because of all the different options and
Yeah.
using all the resources you have?
Yes, the best example really is like Uber, right? So Uber does not own a cab, and they do not
Yes.
own or hire or train any taxi cab drivers, right? They get
Right.
paid. They get paid to send referrals to, matching up the buyer with the seller, the driver and the passenger, and that's all we're doing. We're collecting what, upfront, what we're charging for our, obviously our package is over $10,000 in value. We're giving our
Right.
passenger quite the ride for the year. You're not going to find a package like this anywhere. And by the way, we're still filling that package. It might end up being quite a bit more by the time the summit arrives. And in addition to that, we're matching you up with people that are your likely customers, because we intend to attract women who are on the move, women who are looking to improve themselves, women who are wanting to have career and professional upward mobility. So that's the key, is that we're driving the right people to the table. And because we can track every single person attending the conference, because everything is documented on the back end through your affiliate agreement, or not agreement, we don't have an actual agreement, but through the affiliate link, the monies are traceable and trackable right back to you. Now, if for some reason, and I can't even think of how this could occur, except that you might have talked to, say, somebody already about the summit a few days ago. Let's just say that was the case. And that person signed up without your link already, and they're already in the hopper. And then you see them at the summit, and you'll be able to see every single attendee at the summit unless they make themselves anonymous. And you see that she's joined or he's joined, and you say to me, Bettina, they didn't use my link. I have no problem begging to defer to your side, err in your favor, than err on the wrong side, which would be leaving a sour taste in your mouth. So it's doubtful that that will happen, because we're trying to get the links out like ASAP, so that there isn't any overlap like that. But it could happen. And like I said, if it does ever happen, we will be sure to make sure that you are the one that benefits, not us, because our entire mission is to change the globe, one woman owned and bold man business too, one business at a time. That's it. So we're not here to be filthy rich. It's really all about you, and it's about creating a solution for coaches, mentors, advisors, consultants, and cheerleaders, and wannabe cheerleaders and wannabe coaches, wannabe authors, to have a successful platform from which to launch their successful business. And right out the gate to be able to make money. Not, I'm not good enough. I have to wait till I have a bunch of clients. I have to make so many calls. It's like, no, you don't. Just, that's it. Just use your affiliate link.
Yeah.
Grow the marketplace, and you'll grow with the marketplace.
Yeah. Okay. I would, as I said, I would love to just go explore your website just a little bit more.
Absolutely.
And so what, where are you with, for example, I know I said I would love to speak. How are you kind of choosing your speakers?
Well, because we're in this conversation, you already have been selected. And the only
Okay.
steps that we have to follow through with is to get information through our system about you to be able to promote you effectively. We also do, on a limited basis, a promotional video for each of our speakers. And so we would make sure to backfill that with an appointment to do that. It takes about an hour to do that. And then it takes a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes, to fill in our form, which would include providing any video, your LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, any of your social
Yeah.
media links.
Yeah.
Also a bio, short bio. You might be working with Nancy on that. 50 to 100 words is what we want, because we want to be
Yeah.
able to introduce you very short, sweet, and to the point. And we're recommending, of course, everyone should be working with Nancy Jutton for her Bye Bye Boring Bio. She's a phenomenal and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
gifted
Absolutely.
writer, copy editor, speaker, and she's got the heart of gold
Yeah.
like no other, I have to say, and a kindred spirit on a journey with me and the rest of us.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
so feel free to let me know if you're a yes. I'm going to send you a link irregardless, because you may still want to spread the word, and you'll still make money if
oh,
you don't decide to
absolutely. No,
speak.
I'll
So,
say yes to speaking. I just want to go back and I want to look at all that membership. I want to look at all the other offerings. But no, I think it's very intriguing. It's fascinating.
great.
It is. I've never seen anything like this. So,
Yes, that I know of, it doesn't exist. We've created this behind the scenes with software and technology married with passion and purpose. And so it's kind of like my what I speak into all the time is how to get what's close to your heart closer to the money. And in my 27 years in business, I've never been able to do the two quite so well. And the fact that what I'm doing is also replicable, I will teach you how to do this for yourself as well. And that is, bar none, something that is priceless. We know it's priceless. Lee Romanoff is an amazing, brilliant, I would call her even savant when it comes to what she's got going on in that little head of hers. And she's delivering day over day, week over week, month after month since ever we connected. And I finally got it, because I took about 2 years to get the knock on the head. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead. And I knew her for that long before I stepped into this journey with her that I'm on right now with her. So, and if you wouldn't mind, obviously, this has been a really wonderful opportunity to present the Women's Empowerment Summit and also We Empower You membership and summit. And I would love to be able to use this video to share with others, because you just absolutely asked all the right questions.
oh, good, good, sure, absolutely, absolutely.
Great, thank you.
So I do have one more question, kind of thinking about the speaking topics when you were talking about the wage gaps. Is that something that everybody talks on that subject, or you talk on your expertise integrating that?
The topic is really empowerment, giving
Oh,
voice
okay.
and choice.
Okay.
So it's always going to be about empowerment, but it
Okay.
deeply affects the wage gap and the revenue gap for businesses. The numbers are staggering as it relates to women and how little they make in comparison to men on both ends of that equation. So we are really fully committed to uniting women from around the globe in a movement that changes that. And this is going to be a game changer for women around the world. We have women in Thailand, in Germany, in Brussels. I have a man there. Just anywhere in the world that people want to be a part of our marketplace, they're going to be able to start and run their small businesses in record time with record pace. And what's really interesting too is that, let's just say that there's a woman or a man who doesn't have the $15.99 to really be a part of the bigger opportunity. We still have a $60 a month option for folks who can't be all in for their circumstances, because we want to help anyone and everyone. We also have a scholarship program that will help folks that want to attend. We have a number of donors, including myself, who've gifted free admission to the summit. If you have someone in your life who can't afford even $17, we are happy to host that person. We also have scholarship for folks that are just trying to do the $60 a month. And to get them started, we can, host a 1 month for them to get going. And then once they get going, they're starting to make money. They can take over that $60 a month contract, and it's a month-to-month contract. So who wouldn't want to do that, right? Anywhere in the world, whether we sponsor you or you sponsor yourself. So it's really a great opportunity.
I have another question. Is that $15.99 when you talk about, okay, you get the TV, the sponsorships, you had quite all your offerings there, is once you start working with that, for lack of a better word, that affiliate or whoever, is there more investment that's required kind of once you step into that?
There is not any further investment to get all of that package. And like I said, we're actually filling that package even more. It could be ending up closer to $20,000. That's not required. However, some women and men are developing their TV channels, and they may want to take advantage of the WTVN network, which is very affordable. Some people have actually hired Lee to work on their websites. She's very affordable. Some people might want to hire the software engineer to do something very specific for them, and they can hire the engineer. But nothing is required beyond the $15.99. And you're going to get a tremendous amount of support because Lee joins me on these calls 52 days out of the 52 weeks out of the year. And together we have so much experience, business experience, and strategies and talent. And we also bring in others. So no, there is nothing more to pay. It is all the way, that's all it is. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. There is tax. The tax man collects for that. So we have to collect for that.
Cool. Well, this was, as I said, interesting, and thank you for taking the time. I'm looking at my clock. It's about 5 to 2. Oh, actually 10 to 2. So I have my next call. So what would you like me to do on my end to kind of move forward?
What I will do is I will send you a link to complete the speaker program form. That will give us all the information we need about you. And of course, as you're putting it in, you're going to put a title to what you call yourself, and also to a title to what your content will be about. And then we'll reach around with the link, the affiliate link. And I'll also be providing some languaging that you could use. You're welcome to discard it entirely and start on your own. And that way you can use that affiliate link and talk about the summit details and help spread the word about the summit.
Okay.
That's our next steps. Yeah.
Okay. I know that link you gave me originally in Nancy's group, when I went on that Google Docs, it came up and it wouldn't let me open it. And I'm not sure what was going on.
We had a hiccup. It should be fixed. But just
okay. So it wasn't just me.
We're going to make sure you get it again, just to be sure. But yeah, we had a little feature on that program that hadn't been taken out, and so therefore it was working for some and not all. So thank you for we fixed that this morning, so it's all taken care of.
Good. Awesome.
Great. Well, nice to meet you, Annette. Have a beautiful day.
You too. You too. And the talk, does it tell you, I mean, I'm assuming, because I saw, is it an hour? Is it 45 minutes? How long is it?
Yeah, it doesn't tell you that, but let me share with you how we're going to do this over a period of 2 hours, but you're going to be in your room with a moderator who introduces you for about 30 minutes. And during that time, it's useful to have a portion of that time where you're interacting with the audience, asking them questions, or they're inviting questions. And so some people will break that down literally in half, and some others will perhaps break it down in 20 to 30, 2/3. It's up to you, but we know from
Okay.
prior experience that you're going to want to have an interactive session with them.
Okay.
And you can also, like I said, share with them your own offers at the end of your session so that people know what they can purchase from you. If you have any coaching packages or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in there for 30 minutes and you suggest 30 to 50% of that should be for Q&A. So the other 15 minutes is just kind of sharing information.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And it could be expanded to 45 minutes. We're looking into that, whether we would have time to do that, because we have to do a little bit of explaining to the audience as a larger body. And then we want to do a debrief so that they come back into the room all together. And then we talk, all of the circles, empowerment circles, come back together in the main room. And we have another lively discussion, speakers and the attendees.
Okay. And this is September 9th. I
Yeah.
saw 8:30 to 8:30. Is that right?
That's correct. It goes 8:30 to 8:30, but the circles that you'll be involved with are from 11 to 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just wait and get the email from you. Oh yeah, no, I know. Yes.
What
So
were you to
I have
say?
a client appointment.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'll just wait to get the information from you, and then we'll kind of go from there because I need to hop on my client appointment. But this was wonderful to meet you in person. And I always, it's fun. You see people online and then you meet them in person. It's like, oh, it's so nice to meet you.
I know, and it's almost real with the Zoom technology, so it'll be fun to connect in the live world someday soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Annette.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Signing off. Bye
You
for now.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.